For the last 20 years, the marketing game has been pretty straightforward, right? Get to number one on Google. That was it. Well, what if I told you that entire playbook is basically toast? It's done. Today, we're going to talk about this huge shift from what we all know as SEO to something called AOEO. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get way ahead of everyone else.
And look, here's my promise to you. Stick with me through this. And by the end, you're not just going to understand what's happening, you're going to walk away with a crystal clear, step-by-step plan to make sure your brand is seen in this new world of AI search. We're talking thriving, not just surviving. All right, you ready? Let's get into it. So why is this such a massive deal? I mean, why are we even talking about this? Well, check this out. 65% of all searches now end without a single click to a website. Just let that sink in for a second. People ask a question, the AI gives them an answer, and boom, they're gone. They never even see your website. This one stat, it just blows up the entire model we've been working with for decades.
And this right here, this is the new reality in a nutshell. The old game was all about climbing that list of blue links, right? We just wanted that top spot on Google. Forget that. That's not the goal anymore. The new goal, the only thing that's going to matter is becoming the #1 trusted source that the AI itself turns to for its answers.
So this leads us straight into what I'm calling the great invisibility problem. And this is a big one. It's the reason why you could have content that's ranked #1 for years, and all of a sudden, poof, the traffic just disappears.
And you know what's kind of wild about this? The content that's in the most danger is probably the stuff you've spent the most time and money on. We're seeing that a whopping 88% of the questions that get an AI answer are informational. All those how-to articles, all those what-is guides, the AI just reads them, summarizes them, and spits out an answer. Your website basically just became a free research paper for a robot.
Yeah, and this quote from Hunter Colby over at the ad firm just hits the nail on the head. He says, visibility depends on whether your brand appears inside AI summaries. That's the key part. It's not about ranking on a page anymore. It's about being in the answer, right when the person is most ready to act. That, right there, is the new fight.
Okay, so if that's the battleground, how in the world do you actually win? Well, the old rules are out the window. We need a totally new playbook. And this is where we start talking about what's called the validation economy.
And the name of this new strategy is Answer Engine Optimization, or AEO for short. Think of it like the next evolution of SEO. But here's the difference. We're not optimizing for keywords anymore. Not really. We're optimizing our brand's credibility. The entire goal is to make these big AI models, ChatGPT, Gemini, all of them, trust you so much that they actually cite you and recommend you by name.
Now, to really get this right, we've got to make 3 big mindset shifts. The first one is moving from reach to relevance. For years, it was all about how many eyeballs can we get? Forget that. It's not about shouting to the biggest crowd anymore. It's about being the single best, most accurate, most helpful answer to a very specific question.
All right, mindset shift number 2, we're going from retargeting to reputation. You know how ads follow you around the internet? That's retargeting. That's the old way. The new way is to build such a rock-solid reputation for being an expert that you don't need to follow people. Every time you're mentioned, every time someone links to you, it's like a little vote of confidence that tells the AI, hey, these guys are the real deal.
And the last big shift, this one is crucial. It's moving from content volume to what I like to call creator gravity. The era of just pumping out tons of generic blog posts to feed the algorithm, that is dead. It's over. Now the game is to create one piece of content that is so good, so definitive, so valuable that it acts like a black hole, just pulling people and AIs in.
Okay, so we've got the new way of thinking down. But that's the theory, right? Let's get practical. How do you actually build that trust and become the AI's go-to source?
Well, the good news is the secret ingredient is something we've been hearing about from Google for a while now. EEAT. It stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Basically, the AIs are being taught to look for the exact same signals of quality. You just have to prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you're a legit expert who knows what they're talking about.
So what does that look like in the real world? Well, these AIs are actively hunting for these kinds of trust signals. We're talking about things like having clear author bios that list real credentials, so it knows a human expert wrote it. It's about publishing your own original research, giving it data it can't find anywhere else. Things like deep dive case studies, getting mentioned by other big names in your industry, and yeah, having a solid profile of positive reviews. All of these are like giant green flags for an AI.
And listen, this isn't just about showing up in the free organic results. This all shift is about to completely flip the world of advertising on its head. We're moving away from ads that interrupt you to ads that are part of the conversation.
Just look at the difference here. The old way, Google, Facebook, Instagram, it's all about screaming for attention, right? The person with the biggest wallet often gets the most eyeballs. It's designed to interrupt you. But AI ads, they're the total opposite. The goal isn't attention, it's trust. The winner isn't the highest bidder, it's the most credible answer. And the ad isn't an interruption, it's a helpful suggestion that's woven right into the conversation.
And why should you care? Because the payoff is just insane. Early reports are showing that a recommendation inside an AI chat converts 23 times better than a click from a traditional search ad. 23! It makes sense though, right? The AI has already warmed up the customer, answered their questions, and built trust, and then it recommends you. The person is already sold. All right, we've covered the why, the what, and the how, so let's bring it all home. What do you need to do, like, right now? Here's your 4-step action plan to get your brand ready for 2026 and beyond.
Step 1, you've got to audit yourself. Go to ChatGPT, go to Gemini, and start asking it questions that your business should be the answer to. See what it says. Does it mention you or your competitors? Find your baseline. Step 2, start building content specifically for AI. Think simple. Clear headings that are questions, followed by short, direct answers. Make it easy for them to grab. Step 3, go all in on those trust signals we talked about. Beef up your author bios. Publish a case study. Go ask for more reviews. And finally, step 4, start planning for this now. Earmark a little piece of your 2026 ad budget just for testing these new AI ad platforms. Don't get caught flat-footed.
So, let's wrap it up with this one final thought. The entire goal has shifted. It's not about being found anymore. It's about being recommended, not just by anyone, but by a trusted AI assistant. So the question you need to ask yourself is your brand ready to be the one they recommend?